It's Dr. Bill. My name is Bill McConkey, and I would prefer to be called Dr. B or Dr. Bill if you don't mind. Dr. McConkey is too formal, and the PhD costs me a lot of money, so I like the doctor bit. I like to hear it. It's not that serious, but really, Dr. B or Dr. Bill is fine. I am using this podcast to introduce myself and to introduce a little bit about this class. I will try to use them relatively frequently because I think they add a face to the course. The course is entitled Leadership for the Future. Leadership is a powerful concept. It's different than managing or supervising. We can supervise workers, or we can manage a building, or manage money, or manage a fleet, or manage produce in a grocery store, or whatever. But it's different. Leadership means we must think ahead, we must know where we're going, and we must take people with us. There is no leadership without others. So it's extremely important to understand others and to work with them, and to work with them well. Right? There's nothing, I think, looks much sillier than a band major walking down the street, waving his baton and everything, and there's nobody behind him. There's no band. It's something we do together. Leadership is a joint project. I also want to stress the future. As Spock said, it's coming at us at warp speed. We need to work on understanding the importance of looking ahead. And the future starts right now, and it comes at us as quick as 30 seconds. But there's also, a year from now, 5 years from now, 20 years from now. And leaders are required to look ahead and to think ahead. And that's what I expect you to do in this course, and I think you will enjoy the process. Please understand that leaders have a responsibility to make good decisions for everybody that's going with them. Right? And decision making is one of the most single important parts of leadership. We start making decisions when we wake up. Do we get up or not? Or do we just lay here? Right? What do we wear today? What do I have for breakfast? I mean, decision making goes on and on and on, as long as we're awake. So let's make good ones. That means we got to have criteria that are reasonable and soundly based. We must have decision-making processes and systems that are soundly based, scientific, if you will. That's the basis of stepping out and leading, is that we have made good decisions, acquiring all the information we need, using good criteria, good processes. Leadership also means that we do not make mistakes. Now, do we? Yes, of course, but we minimize them. We minimize the number of mistakes we make, and we minimize the severity of the mistakes we make. We study ahead and try to think, what are the consequences that we want, and what are the unintended consequences that we don't want? And we minimize the unintended consequences. A wise man, Dag Hammarskjöld, who was the first Secretary General of the United Nations, in a book called Markings, said that a man does not start a garden by reserving a plot for weeds. We avoid the mistakes, we get rid of the bad habits, and then we move ahead. Right? I also want you to adopt learning and thinking harder as a way of life. Really beginning to have a passion for learning and for thinking harder, thinking deeper, thinking more analytically as a way of life. Becoming critical thinkers. The first stage of critical thinking, by the way, is just questioning the basic assumption. A lot of problem solvers solve the wrong problem. So let's really work on becoming critical thinkers, and we will talk more about that throughout the course. But develop a passion for learning. Have learning become a way of life. Now, in the day-to-day operation of this course, please go to the announcements on Blackboard every day. Take a look. There will be, there will be new things posted there. There will be points to ponder, ideas to think about, news about the course, perhaps new assignments. Be sure to do that. Read the syllabus very carefully and go to the Blackboard pages for Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, and read the assignments carefully and look at what's required. In the syllabus, it will ask you to read certain parts of certain books, to read articles, and to view videos. And in the announcements, I will tell you how to find those videos. I've produced some 39 videos on, they're mini lectures, they're not long, they're short, on leadership. You're required or asked to look at, I think, 3 or 4 of them, not all 39. You certainly may look at the rest if you wish, but you don't have to. All right? But read the syllabus carefully. Go to the assignments, go to the units, read through them carefully. If you have any questions, ask them right up front, early. Let's make sure, we only have 6 weeks. Let's make sure that we are doing this correctly and we're doing it now, okay? That's important. You will have a project assigned for the first 2 weeks. You have a paper due at the end of week 2, which is a project in looking at the future and coming up with a strategic plan to get there, your future. You have an opportunity to design the future you want. So I want you to begin thinking, when you watch this, what do I want? All right? And so your project will be asking you to create this future and to design a strategic and tactical plan to get there. This is a serious, critical thinking, creative thinking, strategic thinking project. Stay in touch, keep a sense of humor, get things done on time, and if you have a problem writing, if you have writing skills, please get help. Get a proofreader, a tutor, somebody that can help you. Correct your writing before you turn it in. All right, this is Dr. Bill. I'll sign off now and see you in the course. I think we'll have a good time. Anyway, I'm sure we will.